Why is it that some of the richest men, guys with mansions, watches worth more than your car, and power in every room, still get ghosted by women? Meanwhile, a man with nothing but calm presence and inner strength can walk into a room, and women instantly lean in. We've been sold a beautiful lie, that women only want money, status, and success. That if you just work harder, get richer, and flash enough luxury, love will come easy. But what if I told you that deep down, what women crave most can't be bought, and that you had access to it all along? This isn't wishful thinking, it's ancient wisdom. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote a journal, never meant to be published, that became one of the greatest guides to self-mastery in history, Meditations. And in it, he revealed a truth that most modern men overlook. Real attraction isn't about wealth. It's about the man you are when no one's watching. In today's video, we're going to uncover the 6 things women secretly love more than money, and how every one of them is rooted in timeless Stoic philosophy. These traits don't just make you more attractive, they make you unforgettable. So if you're tired of chasing and ready to start commanding the kind of respect and desire that money can't buy, watch until the very end. Because by the time we're done, you won't just understand what women truly crave. You'll know how to embody it. And if you believe that inner strength beats outer status, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let's dive into what separates boys with money from men with presence. Number 1, presence. Why is it that a man can walk into a room, say nothing, yet everyone, including her, feels drawn to him? It's not luck. It's presence. And in today's distracted world, it's rare. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others. Be concerned only with how you can fulfill nature's calling in the present moment." That's the Stoic definition of presence. It's not about being loud or charismatic. It's about being fully rooted in the now. Most men aren't. They're fidgeting, scrolling, trying to impress, and women can feel it. Women are emotional antennas. They pick up on subtleties most men overlook. When you're not truly present, even if you say the right words, she senses a disconnect. And nothing repels her faster. Let's go back to Maximus, the man with wealth, looks, and luxury. But when he was with women, his mind was elsewhere. He tried to dazzle with status, but failed to anchor himself in the moment. When he began practicing Stoic presence, slowing his breathing, observing before speaking, maintaining eye contact without forcing it, everything changed. Women leaned in. Conversations deepened. Why? Because presence communicates power. A man who is fully here tells her, "I am in control of myself, and therefore capable of holding space for you." If you want to embody presence, try this simple practice today. Put your phone away during your next conversation. Don't interrupt. Hold eye contact 10% longer than usual. Breathe slowly. Feel your feet on the ground. It's not complicated, but it's powerful. Presence isn't noise. It's gravity. And when you master it, she won't drift away. Number 2, purpose. Why do some men, with average looks, modest income, and zero status, still have women completely captivated? The answer is simple: direction. A man with purpose is a man who cannot be ignored. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." Read that again. He didn't say his bank account, his image, or his followers. He said ambitions. In other words, a man's inner compass, not his external trophies, is what determines his value. Purpose isn't about being rich or famous. It's about waking up with intention. It's about knowing what you're building, even if no one else sees it yet. Women instinctively pick up on this. Why? Because they're biologically wired to assess long-term stability, not just financial, but emotional, psychological, and directional. Maximus, the same man with the penthouse and the Range Rover, had everything except a reason to wake up. He drifted through life, made money, lost it, through fancy dinners, but had nothing deeper to say. And women sense that void. When he embraced the Stoic mindset and started journaling his goals, mentoring young men, and turning pain into purpose, everything shifted. His energy became focused. His conversations had weight. He wasn't just successful, he was driven. And that kind of energy, it's contagious. Women don't fall in love with men. They fall in love with the narrative a man lives by. If your story is empty, her attraction will fade, no matter how much you earn. Start here. Write down your purpose, not for others, but for yourself. What are you building this year? What pain are you turning into power? What problem are you here to solve? Remember, women chase men on a mission. So if you've been chasing women, maybe it's because you forgot your own. Number 3, emotional mastery. Have you ever lost a woman? Not because you lacked looks or money, but because you overreacted? You panicked, you begged, you chased, and it killed the attraction instantly. Why? Because in her eyes, you lost control of yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's not just a Stoic ideal. It's the foundation of masculine energy. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about regulating them. It's about remaining steady in the face of chaos. Because women will test you, not to hurt you, but to feel your edges. To see, can this man hold his ground when I can't even hold mine? Maximus, before discovering Stoicism, was exactly like most men. A woman would ghost him, he'd double text. She pulled back, he'd push harder. All he did was react, and those reactions screamed one thing: insecurity. But when he stopped responding with fear and started responding with presence, something shifted. He embraced silence. He stopped chasing closure. He allowed space. And what happened? Women felt it. His calm became magnetic, his restraint addictive, because emotional control sends one clear message: if I can master myself, I can handle you. I can handle life. And that message, it's more attractive than 6-pack abs or a 7-figure salary. So how do you apply this? The next time you feel triggered, pause, breathe, ask yourself, am I about to respond or react? Then do the thing that keeps your frame intact. Because when a man is emotionally anchored, he becomes a lighthouse in her storm. Number 4, self-sufficiency. Have you ever noticed how the men who don't need women seem to attract them the most? Why do women chase the man who seems just fine on his own? Marcus Aurelius once said, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look." That quote alone shatters modern dating culture. Self-sufficiency isn't just about paying your own bills. It's about emotional independence. A man who needs a woman to feel whole is not a man. He's a boy searching for validation. Maximus used to be that guy. He needed constant reassurance. He felt empty without attention. He believed being in a relationship would complete him. And guess what? That energy repelled women. But then he flipped the script. He turned inward. He practiced solitude. He stopped expecting anyone, especially women, to give him meaning. He found strength in stillness, in silence, in self-reflection. And that man didn't chase women anymore because he didn't need to. Women started chasing him, not because he was cold, but because he was whole. You see, nothing turns a woman on like a man who could live without her, but chooses not to, because now your love is a gift, not a plea. Here's how to step into this power. Spend time alone without distractions. Learn to sit with your thoughts without panic. Build a life that fulfills you, with or without anyone else in it. Because self-sufficiency doesn't mean isolation, it means foundation. And when your peace is internal, no woman can take it. And that's exactly what draws them. Number 5, integrity. Why do women lose interest even when a man does everything right? Why do they say he's nice, but something feels off? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." That's integrity. And it's the fifth secret that women crave more than money. Most men try too hard to impress, exaggerating stories, pretending to be more dominant, wealthier, or more successful than they truly are. But here's the problem. Women feel lies in their nervous system. They may not call you out, but they'll pull away fast. Integrity isn't about being perfect. It's about being congruent. Your words match your actions. Your energy matches your values. You don't pretend to be someone. You are someone. Maximus used a fake status. He flexed watches he couldn't afford, told stories that weren't fully true, tried to be the dominant alpha he wasn't. But the deeper he studied Stoicism, the more he simplified. No more overcompensation. No more masks. Just grounded, calm honesty. And strangely, that made him more magnetic than ever before. Because women don't fall for your image. They fall for your alignment. They want to relax into a man who's solid. Not just charming, but real. Want to embody this? Say less, but mean every word. Stop pretending. Let your life do the talking. Ask yourself daily, is this true? Is this right? Then act accordingly. The man who lives in truth radiates a calm that no money can manufacture. And in a world full of noise, masks, and manipulation, authenticity is erotic. Number 6, silence. Why do the loudest men in the room often get ignored, while the quiet ones command all the attention? Marcus Aurelius once said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." And in today's world, the most overvalued thing is attention. Men think they have to be loud, entertaining, always talking, always proving. But real power doesn't shout. It's felt in silence. Women don't crave noise. They crave presence. Not the guy who talks endlessly, but the one who pauses, looks them in the eyes, and says nothing, yet speaks volumes. Maximus realized this. He stopped over-explaining. He stopped seeking approval. He said less and meant more. Suddenly, women leaned in closer. They started chasing his attention instead of running from it. Because silence creates mystery. It creates space. It tells her, I'm not here to impress. I'm here to observe. And that, my friend, is power. A silent man is perceived as in control. A man who speaks only when needed signals restraint, wisdom, and calm masculinity. Ket Fan and Hung Dan AP Dung. If you want your words to land with impact, speak less, pause more. Don't rush to fill every gap. Let the silence do the work. Remember, the most seductive man in the room is not the one who says the most. It's the one whose presence speaks louder than his voice ever could. Let's rewind. You've just uncovered a truth most men will never hear. That while the world shouts, get rich to get women, the women who are worth keeping are quietly drawn to something money can't buy. They crave your presence, not your possessions. They long for your purpose, not just your paychecks. They admire your emotional mastery, not your material empire. They trust your self-sufficiency, not your flashy displays. They melt for your integrity, not your income. And they are captivated by your silence, not your noise. These 6 Stoic virtues aren't new. Marcus Aurelius wrote them nearly 2,000 years ago. But in a world that's forgotten what manhood truly means, they've never been more powerful. So here's the question you must ask yourself right now. Am I the man who chases approval, or the man who radiates grounded power? Because women know the difference. They feel it, and they either lean in or walk away. Remember this. If you build your identity around things that fade, money, fame, status, you'll always be chasing. But if you build your identity on Stoic principles, self-control, presence, and purpose, everything you want starts chasing you. So from this day forward, stop performing. Start embodying. Be the man who doesn't need to prove his value, because he lives it. And as Marcus Aurelius once wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If this video gave you insight, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below with which Stoic truth hit you hardest. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay grounded, stay silent, and let them chase.